Now, I know you guys thought it would never happen, but we actually got the shop cleaned up pretty good. Last fall, when we were doing some fall tillage, last couple rounds, our heater hoses let go, and so we had to kind of band-aid it up and limp to the end. And I think the easiest way is going to be able to, if we pull a tire off, be a lot easier to get to. But right here we took off and bend over, and then we got another one back here. So one's a supply. I'm guessing this is the supply and the other one's the return, but we'll get at it. We better use the breaker bar and a cheater bar. Here you can actually see what happened to our hose. Alright, so we're back working on this heater hose. Took us a little while to get a hose, but we'll get her on here and get this thing put back together. I don't like the way that springy clamp sits on there, so we're just going to put a hose clamp on. Now all we got to do is put the tire back on. Alright, we'll run it a bit, turn the heat on, so all the heaters, so all the hoses and heater core fills up, and then we'll top it off again. So when I was trying to hook up, you noticed how it got it on right, but then as the arm moved down, it pulled the cup right back off on the left front. And reason being is there's a cylinder underneath there, air cylinder, that releases that rope, but our air cylinder is leaking pretty good, and it's leaking to the point where it doesn't release the rope quick enough. We'll be putting a new cord cylinder on, and that should alleviate that problem. So we go into the menu, and then we can move the robot. There we go. Make it a little easier to work on. And then if we go into here, we can loosen them cups. So these buttons will work the cylinder that we got to work on. So the left fronts are from, and if I hit it, you can hear it. So that's a lot of air hissing that you shouldn't hear. We'll try one of these other ones so you can see what it's supposed to sound like. So while we're in there, we're going to do the left rear too, because you can hear it leaking as well. So might as well get that while we're in there. And then there's actually a slide up here we can move, and it will take all the air pressure off the arm, so then we can work on it without shutting her down. There, so that took all the air pressure off. Rope tray off. All that's going on down here is you got, right now they're retracted, so that means the cord is loose. And then when it's done milking, this cylinder will extend out, which will tighten that rope up. And that's all that's really happening down there. But this one right here, this specific one, is leaking, so it doesn't retract quick enough. And then the rope doesn't have enough slack before it goes down, and it will pull the cup back off. So we'll get these two replaced, and then it should work a lot better. Then we better put our pool noodle down there, that way if we drop some, we don't lose it into the abyss. And that's what the noodle is for. While we're messing around here, the left front, there's no more rope left on there. So we'll actually just replace that whole rope while we're this far in. Lucky there. Here we got some new ones. like to take one off and put one on. That way they don't get all mixed up. In addition to the cords and loosening the cups, it also does the tilt. There's actually two air cylinders. There's a little short stubby one. That's what tips them cups over. And then the big one is for the cord. Now let's see if they leak before we get too far into it. Other than the air leak up top, I didn't hear these leaks. This is kind of a tricky part. You gotta get all four of these lined up. Fly her upside down. Yes. Woo! Well, that girl has been waiting very patiently for about an hour. So even though we didn't quite get to the leak up top here, we'll get to that later. With the robots, you're pretty much always on a time crunch, and you don't want them shut down too long because the cows will get backed up because they milk pretty much 24/7. So we'll get this one going and make sure it milks that cow good, and then we'll let them sort it out for a while. If the robot sits for, I think it's an hour, it will rinse the machine before it milks another cow. So we'll have to wait for that. That's how you know you took too long. You turn it back on and once to rinse. And we're back in business. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.